have to be tied to Wall Street securities. Now, I'm not one here to come bash Wall Street or to say there's something wrong with that, but we can get control and dictate our own future. We can analyze a deal and we can get into good deals. Whereas with the stock market, you can just watch. You're a spectator. It's a spectator sport. I don't know if any of you remember when you go bowling. Have you seen kids go bowling? They roll the ball down the lane, and then they see it going, and they're like motioning to move back and forth. They're trying to wishing the ball's going to go wherever they're moving. That's the stock market. You can watch, you can move, you can tilt, but it's not going to move the ball.
I like that. I'm going to steal that.
With self-directed retirement accounts, you're in control. So in terms of the investments, so they're infinite. But the tax code only says that you can't do collectibles. Right. So you can't do wine, rugs, alcohol. I don't think we want to do that. All the things that don't cash flow. So any cash flowing investment, you can do. That's right. And life insurance is also off limits. Now these are just some examples, but we've got people doing all sorts of stuff. So real estate, you can do any kind of real estate deal, and you can see there's private lending, tax liens. So with each one of these can play into real estate in so many different ways. So in a deal that we were just discussing, and just to use it to illustrate, we got to put money together for the deal. We need the equity side of the deal. Where are we going to get the money from? Well, your IRAs or 401ks potentially, if you're able to self-direct them, can be the equity partners in the deal. You can put money in the deal and be the equity partners. You can do an all cash deal. Where am I going to get the money from? Well, people have hundreds of thousands of dollars, individuals, in IRAs or 401ks that they've accumulated. Collectively, within the retirement account system, there's about $28 trillion. Whew! That's a lot of deals. Right. Or your retirement account can be the private lender on the deal, or the hard money lender. You can put the money towards the deal. You can be the lender. You can take a fixed return. You don't want the risk of the deal. You want a fixed return. Worst case scenario, you get secured. You can foreclose, and you get the property. So you can play it so many different ways. And with that, as IMAs, people want to get involved, get into real estate. People don't know, many people don't know that they have funds that they can tap into. They knew they can tap into funds, either to get into real estate that would enhance the appeal. Because many people feel that, hey, how am I going to do this? It's great, all this great education, but how am I going to get into this? There is money that they can use, and any of us, all of us in this room, can tap into to grow either our IMA business or our real estate business. And for many people that don't want to, they want to be on the sidelines maybe. They like this idea, but they're retiring. But you can offer them, hey, we got this deal, we'll give you a fixed return, and I got to be honest, maybe this is something for the insiders to share. The rates on private lending are all over the place. They're all over the board. I know people that are lending unsecured at 6%, and people that are lending secured with 4 points and 18%. It's all over the place. It's really what you can get. But many people are very happy that, hey, the stock market is at an all-time high. Even the stock market over time is going to give you at best a 6-7% return. You want to give me a 7% fixed return secured by real estate? They jump into it. You got a deal to do? These are powerful tools. Now, the two type of tools that we focus on, anything really can be self-directed. So there are lots of different kinds of retirement accounts. Some of them are listed here. Traditional IRAs, Roth IRAs, SEPs, Simples, HSAs. But the ones where people tend to have the most funds that they can leverage are in IRAs or 401ks, especially somebody that worked for an employer for years. They've accumulated hundreds of thousands of dollars potentially. That's where the money is. That's what they can leverage and use to put into your deals, or you can use for your own deals. So that's, I think, what I want to focus on today, just to let you guys know what is doable, what the possibilities are, so you can open people's minds and leverage the power of these.
Yes.
Any questions?
Cool. So, like, I have people who have IRAs. Do they have to have a certain type of IRA?
So the great thing about IRAs is that everybody can qualify for an IRA. 401ks need a business. Everybody can have an IRA. Now, although IRAs come in many types, these can all be self-directed and all be directed into real estate. The catch is, in the tax code says very little about what you can invest in. In fact, it says nothing about it. But if your IRA is at a brokerage house, at Schwab, they're going to tell you, you've got a self-directed IRA. They call it self-directed because they don't want liability. Like, you pick your investments, you pick your stocks. But if you say, I want real estate, they're going to say, no, you can't do that. They'll probably tell you that it's illegal or that you can't do it. But even if you know that, it's legal, through a Schwab IRA, it's not doable. They write into their documents, you can only invest in the stuff that we sell.
Yeah, products.
They make money from it.
That's right. And I don't fault them for that. They have no way, they give you an IRA for free, right? You go to, anybody here got an IRA?
Yeah.
Okay, and if it's not self-directed, are you paying any money for your IRA?
Yeah.
Where do you have your IRA? Betterment. Okay, so you're paying management fees at Betterment. It's a management fee. But technically, you go to IRAs, they're free. But they're not, we know there is no such thing as free. So it's better the costs sometimes that you know than the costs that you don't. Because then, who knows what it's costing you? But there are all sorts of fees that are baked into your investments on these platforms. Whereas with the self-directed IRA, you're going to have some sort of cost, but you're going to know what it is. And that's going to be a very clear cost. And it's good, once we're talking about cost, to give a little bit of insight into how this industry works. I'm not going to bring up any slides now, because we want to keep this, it's late in the day.
Yeah. You could erase the first part with the name, where are you from? You could erase that.
So I don't know if that's going to be visible to everybody.
No, I can see it.
Yeah, I can see it.
You could erase that. I just need the rest.
So in some of the slides that we've got, we illustrate the different ways that IRAs work. There's a hierarchy. At the top is the Internal Revenue Code, right? They create the tax-sheltered vehicles. These are Section 408 and Section 408A. Now, underneath that come different custodians, right? But they're all falling under the same section of the tax code. So you get here you get Schwab, Betterment, and all those others. These are brokerages, stocks only. On this side, we've got, you need a custodian, that's in the tax code, at least for IRA. 401ks do not. So you've got self-directed custodians, and these are custodians that do not have any investment platform, and they're going to charge fees to have the IRA because they don't have any investments. Well, what kind of fees are you going to pay here to the custodian? So the kind of fees that you can have transaction fees, you have asset-based fees potentially. The kind of fees are all over the place that you can pay. And then there are hidden fees, because with the self-directed IRA custodian, they're also holding your money, but it's not invested in stocks, right? You got to wait for your deal. It's not like the stock market, you push a button. As long as you're in cash, they're earning money on your money, right? Because you're sitting in cash between deals. You're waiting for your real estate deal. It's not like you buy a stock, you press a button. So what we do is, we create, underneath the self-directed IRA custodian, we create a business entity. And this business entity, we tell the custodian that this is a special purpose investment vehicle that's compliant with IRA guidelines. And it's going to be approved by the custodian, it's got to have a special operating agreement, it's got to be structured a certain way. And we say, listen up, custodian, we have an investment. We're making a private equity investment into this company. The custodian sends all your money to this company. But guess who manages this company?
We do.
You do, that's it. So you are going to manage this, managed by you. So now you've got with this structure, the custodian is almost out of the picture. You can more or less cross them out. No more transaction fees. And you want to do a transaction, you don't have to send them all the paperwork, and you don't have to wait to do a deal. We have clients that come over to us that save tens of thousands of dollars only in expedite fees. They got deals, they got closings. They tell the IRA custodian, I got a closing. We're like, okay, send us the paperwork. We got to sign it, we got to review it, we got to process it. We'll have your money about 2 weeks. My closing is in 3 days. No, we can't do that. Okay, I'll postpone the closing another 3 days. We're like, okay, we can do a week, but here, $100 expedite fee. So we've got guys do a lot of deals. They're paying $10,000 a year in expedite fees. We get them set up with this structure. They got the money in a bank account. They got a closing. They write a check, and they can pay. With some of our partner custodians, they can pay a flat fee, $125 a year, and that is it.
That's nice.
Because the custodian recognizes, hey, I'm not doing anything. I'm just rubber stamping something at the end of the year for the IRS. I'll charge you flat $125 and call it a day.
That's nice. That's good. So with all the people that I know that have IRAs and want to get into, you know, I could just send it to you.
Go ahead.
Not mad at you. He's not mad at you.
Yeah, that's cool.
But now, they have to self-direct the IRA, so you'd have to be the custodian for the.
So we don't, because there are two different roles.
Okay.
The custodian, you also have to realize the alignment of interests. Custodians are more beholden to their regulators, which is the IRS and the state banking authorities, than to you. So the custodians, they want to make sure that they're completely hands off. They're not going to say anything, do anything. They're just going to hold your money, because they're not going to do what we do, because that's going to violate, or at least they're at risk of violating what they want to do. They want to remain completely passive, do nothing. So we set you up with our partner custodians, and then we set up the structure within the IRA. But we never touch your money, because the money has to flow through. The flow of cash goes from, say you've got money at Schwab.
Right.
Schwab sends the money to self-directed IRA custodian.
Right.
Self-directed